From fields and courts across the country, get ready to count down some really cool moments in high school sports right here on the NFHS Network. This is Under Armour Highlights of the Week. Hey there, good friends. I'm Rashawn Ali, and welcome to our weekly countdown of the top high school sports highlights from more than 40 states across the country that make up the NFHS Network. And we kick things off with the winner of last week's Wildcard matchup as chosen by you, the fans. And I love you guys so much. Coming in at number 5. It's Baseline Alley, which takes us to Wallace State in Hanceville, Alabama for the AHSAA quarterfinals between Coleman and Lee. The General's floor general, Ashton Ray, gets into the lane and tosses up a no-look pass.
Ball game. Alley-oop dunk. Tracy Burnett slams it home with authority, 63-40.
That slam will put an exclamation mark on the game and a great season for Lee Huntsville, who went on to reach the 6A state championship game where they narrowly lost to Carver Montgomery by 2 points. Up next, a story of unbelievable courage coming in at number 4. It's the WIAA Gymnastics Championships from Tacoma, Washington. Two-time 3A2A state being champion Nikayla Dodson returns to the finals after suffering a traumatic head injury at a national cheerleading competition just a year ago. The injury sidelined Dodson for over a month, making her question if she would return to the sport at all. But after a slow transition back, the level 10 gymnast would overcome the injury to make a miraculous comeback at the state tournament. Despite a fall on the beam, she would post exceptional scores in the other 3 disciplines, winning the all-around state title by less than 1/10 of a point. What a dramatic finish for the senior, who showed tremendous heart and courage. Inspired by the care she received during her injury, Nikayla now aspires to study medicine at California's Chapman College. So happy she has fully recovered. What an excellent story. Coming up, we hit the hardwood for number 3. We head to St. Clairsville, Ohio for the Ohio Valley Athletic Conference 1A Boys Championship. Madonna is taking on Bishop Donahue, and the Bishops find themselves down 3 with under a minute to play. The Blue Dons apply good pressure, but the Bishops don't panic, and after a good extra pass to the corner, Josh Miller gets an open look to tie things up.
Too late. Miller, 3. Can he tie it? Yes!
We head to overtime, where Bishop Donahue is left with yet another opportunity to tie or win the game.
Go high-low to the near side straw, and there it is to win. Bang! That's a buzzer.
What a game and what a shot by sophomore Taylor Strong. You know what? That's what you call clutch. Way to go, my man. Coming up, we've got more Under Armour highlights of the week right after this.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
Welcome back to Under Armour Highlights of the Week on the NFHS Network. I'm Rashawn Ali. It's time now to look into the NFHS Network locker for a look at one of today's athletes from back in their high school days. We take you back to 2012. It's the Colorado High School Activities Association Class 5A Basketball Championship, featuring Chaparral and Arapahoe, a game for the ages. The back-and-forth affair has already gone into 1 overtime, and with time winding down and the score tied, it looks like it's headed for a second.
Here comes Calvert. 5 to go. Calvert for the win. Off the iron, the tap. It counts.
Oh, it counts.
Adams got it
Josh
in.
Adams with the tip.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Up above everybody.
An unbelievable play by Josh Adams. Now a junior at the University of Wyoming, he recently reflected on the iconic and emotional final play.
First of all, I didn't really know, as I'm running, you know, from half court to tip it in, I'm thinking to myself, why am I running? You know, like, what play could I possibly make? And then, you know, I saw it come off, and I just thought, all right, well, jump, and then just reach my hand out. I might have closed my eyes, I don't even really remember, and I just felt it barely nicked my middle finger, and I looked back, and the ball had already fallen through the net, and I remember looking for the buzzer and seeing it go off, and you know, I had emotions from wanting to cry, scream, just a whole range of emotions.
Adams Adams is currently making new memories as the second leading scorer for the Cowboys, while his tip and heard round the world remains one of the greatest endings in state championship basketball history. The countdown continues as we hit the mat at number 2. We head to Omaha for the Nebraska School Activities Association State Wrestling Tournament. Syracuse wrestler Matt Clark faces off with Plattsmouth's Jason Nanke in the semifinals of the heavyweight division. Up to this point, the senior Matt Clark has totaled 161 career wins, is 40-0 on the season, and ranked number 1. But his most impressive stat? 71 consecutive pins. Just 44 seconds into the match, Clark notches his 72nd pin, good for second all-time in the record books and a trip to the finals. Clark's streak would end in the finals, but he did capture his 3rd state championship. Next year, you can find him at South Dakota State, but you won't find him on the mats, as he's chosen to play football instead. Either way, I'm sure he'll be a force at the next level. Coming up is your chance to get in the game right after this. Under Armour highlights of the week on the NFHS Network. I'm Rashawn Ali. It's time now for your chance to get in the game and pick our Wildcard clip of the week. First up, in an MPA quarterfinal, Bangor senior Mary Butler comes up with a game-saving block that sends the Rams to the next round. In our second clip, in an FHSAA semifinal, Miami seniors Beatrice Montpremier protects the paint with a two-handed rejection, one of her 8 blocks in the contest. It's game-saving SWAT versus Beatrice's block party. To see the full highlights, just go to NFHSnetwork.com/UA highlights and vote your favorite into next week's show. But hustle up, because voting closes soon. Well, guys, we have reached the end of the show, which can only mean one thing. It's time for the number 1 highlight of the week. This week's number 1 takes us to Little Rock for the Arkansas Activities Association Wrestling Championships. In the Class 1 through 5A 106-pound bout, it's number 3 seed Destiny Nunez from BB versus number 1 seed Aiden Menchaca out of Maumelle. Nunez is trying to do what no other female in the state of Arkansas has done and take home a state wrestling title. She's able to get on the board first with a quick takedown, but Menchaca would come back and tie it up at 2. After taking a second period lead, Nunez would use a strong defense to propel her way into the record books. Not only does Destiny make Arkansas history, but she becomes only the 5th female ever to defeat a male for a state wrestling title. You go, girl. Hey guys, remember, if you catch a high school highlight worth sharing, we want to see it. So send your best clips to UA Highlights at NFHSnetwork.com. We might just feature your school on our show. Plus, check out NFHS Network for the best live and on-demand high school sports action anywhere. I guarantee it. I'm Rashawn Ali. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching Under Armour Highlights of the Week on the NFHS Network.